YouTube's happening. It is Sunday, December 21st, and we are talking college basketball first because we have a bunch of games starting at noon, and there's a bunch of game on the slate. So we'll do this one, then we'll do NBA, then we'll do hockey, and then yeah. So and then NFL will start probably. So perfect timing. So we're gonna focus on this. We have a grand total of how many games we got today? We got 53 games on the slate to talk about. So busy day. Not as busy as yesterday, but yesterday was busy. Let me show you yesterday's plays. Took a lot of plays, a whole gaggle of plays, if you will, and it was a damn good day. So I need to help this out a little bit. The ones that hit were Buffalo. We got Miami of Ohio again. Now some of these were beautiful, like one or half-point hooks. Love it. So Northern Colorado over, Central Michigan plus 2.5, Bowling Green plus 1.5, UCF 16.5, Georgia Southern 3.5. Purdue crushed Auburn, crushed them by like almost 30. It was like 88 to 60. Duke lost. How the hell does Duke lose? They were up like 17 at one point. Then you just choked it away. Literally, I thought that was gold. To come back 5 minutes later, some of the member chat said, "Hey, Duke lost." I'm like, "Oh, quit playing." Oh shit, they lost. St. Thomas, Creighton, Utah Tech, Arizona, all of them covered as well. Super low scoring game in Arizona. I know a lot of you picked Arizona for the highest scoring ranked team. Interesting. So you know what we need to do? We need to go look at our schedule from yesterday. And why do I do that? Because ESPN puts all the ranked teams first. And if you go look at all the results up here, well, you're going to see something. There was a tie, it looks like 94 points for Houston and 94 points for Louisville. So if you put Louisville or Houston, which I'm going to be honest, most of you did not. Most of you did not. A lot of you put Arizona or Duke or things like that, but some did. There were some in there. If you put that right, congrats. You got you 2 bonus entries if you explained why. So I love seeing the responses. A lot of you put some really good thought in there. Some of you definitely know ball, definitely for sure. So great stuff. K-State, if they're ranked, they have 106, but they ain't ranked. So yeah, Virginia Virginia almost lost to Maryland. What we're doing here. So St. John's at 66. They lost to Kentucky. Like, yeah, Louisville and Houston were the top highest scoring games, highest scoring ranked teams. So that's it. So we are done. We are going to bounce over to today's schedule. 53 games. Let's go. Oh, yesterday was 12-7, I think, by the way. So beautiful, beautiful day. So if you want the plays typed out for every single day, you want the spreadsheets that you see, these bad boys, or if you just want to come join the chat, you go check out Better Bay. Simple as that. So enough of that. 53 games, first game, let's go. All right, the coffee is flowing through the veins. Beautiful stuff. We can see we have 53 games. I'm going to do some blocks of like 8-ish, something like that. So I can continue sipping my coffee because I need it. It's the morning, so we need to move. So you see we got the spreads. We're going to pop over to our sheets. We're going to roll through each and every sheet because 50-something, we can do that. It's those days when I hit 100 plus, I can't do that many. So, but I can show you everyone today. So first game, we got toothpaste at Florida. And let's look at that a little bit and let's see what we got. Yep, starts at noon. Yep, number 23, Florida. Oh, let's look at our lines here. It's 28.5. Ooh, like Colgate can shoot. Colgate can shoot. I mean, yeah, they're pretty good offensively, and they focus heavily in the paint, which is there. Now they're going against Florida's defense, which is kind of rough. It is 28.5. Does that mean I want to take Colgate plus 28.5? Oh no, they're only winning by 12 at home. They win by about 19. Colgate's not a bad team. On the road, though, they're losing on average by 5. I think I might want to take Colgate plus 28.5. Just on the numbers alone. I might do that. I think I'm going to do that. Taking Colgate toothpaste, baby. Colgate plus 28.5. Now, Florida comes out and just absolutely just stomps. Hey, what can you do? But numbers-wise, Colgate should do well against that Florida defense. That's a nice little matchup right there. Florida doesn't shoot threes well. Colgate shuts it down anyways. Offense and defense, they're slow the pace down. Doesn't, that might work out. Give me some Colgate 4 touchdowns, underdog. I'm down. Move on. We're going to go to Boston now. Boston versus UMass Lowell, however you say it. Somebody tried to tell me, but I can't remember. So UMass Lowell, the other UMass, we'll call them that. So they can score points because they're fast. Outside of that, they're very average overall. They're 5-8. Boston is 4-8. Nothing stands out in this one that I want to take. So we're going to move on. We're going to go to Northern Kentucky, the Norse versus Charleston of the Southern, and you can see. Or is this, not Charleston Southern. This is just straight Charleston. Okay. Let's see. 41 of 272. You see all those numbers. Yeah, so Northern Kentucky does have a nice advantage there. Defensively as well, they should do well inside the arc. Outside of anything else, they're fast. They points in the paint. That's where they focus, which is great here. This is Northern Kentucky all day. Well, can I get a good line, please? May I have a line, sir? How far down am I gonna go? Oh, it's the first one. I'm an idiot. Ha. It is Northern Kentucky 3.5. So I'm going NKU. NKU. Yeah. Minus 3.5. I'm gonna take that. Absolutely. Oh, I'm doing the right game. There we go. 3 games, 2 plays. That's a great start today. Love that. From Northern Kentucky, we go to Pitt and Penn State. And remember how we do things. If it makes sense, we take it. We don't give a damn. If we follow it. So I could have 45 plays. I could have 6 plays. It all depends on the numbers. So um and this is disgusting. Both teams cannot stop three-point shooting, especially Penn State. How are you the second worst three-point defensive team in the country when teams like Mississippi Valley and Coppin exist? Like, what are we doing? How are you so bad? Ooh, why'd I break it? Why are you so bad? You can tell it's a live spreadsheet. So if I break it, it's bad. Let's see. Oh man, oh man. So they can score that versus that. They focus more inside, which is good. So that's good for them. They can shoot threes. They can shoot threes, and they don't focus on that. So Pitt could make threes and make this interesting. It is in the chocolate capital of the United States in Hershey. So that's a neutral site if I've ever seen one. Because this is not in Happy Valley. I am intrigued. Like, that's good for the I'm intrigued by the over, if anything, but then Pitt's so slow. Mm, leave it alone. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass. If I think this hard about it, I gotta pass. Can't do it. All right, Vandy and Wake Forest. This is in Winston-Salem, so yeah, Vandy's got to travel. That versus that. So offense, yes, for both. Defense, well, Vandy's pretty good. Wake Forest's 2-point defense is trash. The 301, come on, guys. 48 v 301 is absolutely a terrible line. And Vandy focuses somewhat inside. They're 1-on-1 at 36 points, so that's good for them. Can Wake Forest do anything good offensively? Not really. Well, yep, that versus that. How much you don't focus inside though. You focus outside, which is not good for you. So this is Vandy. This is gonna be a Vandy play. Vandy 4.5 on the road against Wake Forest. Should be a good game. I can see that. I'll take a stab at old Vandy. Old Vanderbilt. Vandy minus 4.5 on the road. They should do well scoring. And then Wake Forest is going to focus more on shooting threes. The Vandy's going to shut that shit down. So if they follow the script, should be a win. I just typed Vamdy. What the hell? Vamdy? I can't even type. See, this is why I need coffee. I make mistakes. Let's see. Monmouth. Monmouth versus Lehigh. That does not just look like a crisp fall afternoon, just breezes. I just no. No, I don't want that. Hofstra versus Quinnipiac. The number one 2-point defense in all the land is Hofstra. Who would have thunk that? Did you think that? I didn't. I didn't think that either. So you could have gave me 500 guesses. I would have never said Hofstra because I forget they exist. But they can shoot threes too. Mm. They got some good defense here. They both have a lot of good defense. This could be an underplay potentially. Where be that Lehigh? Where be? Where be? It's up here, isn't it? No, it is. There it is. 142. Do we want to go that far down? No, we're in the 157 range. Nope, can't do that. It is not I'm sorry. It is. The hell's it at? Oh, this one's blind. Hold on. When there we go. It's 146. That's still not good. Hofstra's minus 6.5 at home. There we go. And yeah, it's in Hampstead. So yeah, I can't trust. I can't trust Quinnipiac on the road with that kind of shooting. I can't trust. I just can't trust. I don't trust them. I ain't gonna do it. I don't have to do it. We're moving to Bebe versus Southern. Bebe can shoot. They can't stop it. Well, they're average at stopping it. They can't shoot. They're great at stopping it. So Bebe, that leans Bebe. That's a push. That leans Bebe. Oh, Bebe. Let's see. Let's go, Bebe. Baylor, 26.5. Is it worth that much of a risk? They're winning their games in the last 5 on an average of 22 points. Southern is 4-7, which means they're below average, which makes sense why a lot of their numbers are orange. Very good. So 26.5 is a lot of points. So I'm not gonna mess with that one. This is one of those ones I see Baylor winning by 20 just to piss everybody off. Or they'll be up 34 at one point, and also with 5 minutes left, they put the backups in. And all of a sudden Southern starts hitting shots randomly. Like, no, you're not getting me like that. Not today. Not today, my friend. Coffee. All right, in the first group, we were able to pull out 3 beautiful plays in this one. So we go ahead and just grab them back up and bang. All right. So Beautiful stuff. So next group, we have another 8 before I take another coffee sip, and we're going to move on to the first one, which is going to be Ole Miss and NC State. That's a nice little matchup right there, is it not? NC State's offense defense is ranked pretty high. That versus that's a push. That leans NC State. This matchup is NC State barely, I guess, 170 or 307. That's a push all day. So we have a couple slight leans to NC State. Don't love that. Just don't love that. NC State 6.5 point favorite. Ole Miss 6.5. I don't like that at all. We're gonna move on. Don't care about it. Marist versus Stony Brook. A lot of Marist logos, a lot of them. Little red fox, I guess. I don't know what the mascot is. Whatever. 324 v 154. That is defense. That is a push. That is defense. That is a push. There's nothing offensively here. I don't want to take an under because everything looks kind of. We move on. You have plenty of games like this. We pass on. Next up, we got Alabama. We got Alabama versus Kennesaw State. This game is in Huntsville, so it is another neutral site game, but it's still in the state of Alabama. Both teams can score and both teams can run. Uh-oh. High scoring. Can I get an over, please? Where's that Bama spread? Let's see. Alabama. 181. Let's see. Well, if Kennesaw wants to run with Bama, Bama's putting 100 points up. You know this. That's how it works because that's how they do. Kennesaw puts up damn near 100 themselves, but their defense, both teams' defense, because they're so fast. Yeah, I'm going just auto over 181. This is one of those ones that I could see Bama hitting like 115 if Kennesaw really pushes it with them, and Kennesaw still gets like 90-something points. Like they'll lose by 25 points or something, or the spread's 21.5, but this will score 95 points. It's one of them type of games. So let's go over there. 181.5. And since it's neutral in Huntsville, they're probably going to try to show off a little bit and have a little fun. So, especially if they're comfortably in the lead. That is, yeah, that's, but I'm not taking Bama. I don't trust their defense at all. So, yeah, I'll take them to score points all day because they can do that. But defend, stop the teams. They don't focus that hard on defense like they try to say they do. They don't. They want to be fast. They try to wear you out with just conditioning, which, hey, whatever works, right? So, Valpo versus Murray State. Push, kind of a push, defensive lean, Murray State. Yeah, nothing. That doesn't look good. No. You know which ones look good when they look and they pop up. You go, oh, that looks good. See, 132 v 342, that looks good. That's a good little matchup right there. That's a Bradley offense all day. Do they focus inside? Somewhat. They're 110. I would like this number being the under 100, but whatever. That versus that's great because that red stands out real bright red, angry. 59% defense lately. That ain't good. Bradley, what's your line, guys? Let's go find out. That might be a play. Bradley, 6.5. Based on that, because their 2-point gets shut down by Bradley's defense. They do shoot threes, but they don't focus on threes. So you see, they focus on twos, which isn't good. So yeah, I could take Bradley at home by 6.5. So give me Bradley. Let's see. Bradley minus 6.5. I'll trust that. I am down. Move from Bradley. We're going over to where? Manhattan. I'm down. See, now we got some just straight up cheeks here. We got Manhattan, who is just not a good team. Like, come on, guys. You got to do better. That versus that is clearly Presbyterian. That is Presbyterian. That's Presbyterian. That's a Presbyterian. It's all Presbyterian. What is the line? It is Presbyterian about 1.5 in Riverdale. So 6 to 7 v 4 and 8. This is Presbyterian in multiple ways. So yeah, I would take them at 1.5. Simple. Like, was press minus 1.5. Why would we even consider anything else? Doesn't make sense. And they're very slow too, which means they're methodical. So if they slow it down, less possessions. I like that. So let's go to Furman and Charleston Southern. See this? Charleston and Charleston Southern both confuse the hell out of me. It always confuses me. Like, come on, guys. Like, that's Charleston Southern, the Buccaneers. Charleston, the other one's just annoying. Like, hey, number 1 2-point shooting team is still Furman, by the way, because Furman is still doing work because Furman could not miss shots, apparently. I don't know how the hell Furman's doing it. They're amazing. Just magic, I guess. I don't know. So 1v30, like, okay, yeah, you're shutting down, but can you stop Furman of all teams? Because Furman don't be missing ever. What's the line for Furman? Furman, 10.5 with all this green. I can't do that. No, Charleston Southern's not a bad team. They're pretty decent overall. So sorry, can't take it. We got one more. Charlotte versus UIC, Illinois, Chicago. A lot of red on the Chicago side. That versus that, though, that's almost a push. That is defense. That slight lean. Charlotte focuses on threes. You can tell because they only get 27 points in the paint here lately, which means they take a lot of threes, which they are below average at hitting. So this game is garbage. Next. Oh, wait. No, coffee now. All right, in that group, we were able to pull 3 more plays out of there. Very nice. Good job. So we're at 6 plays now. 2 groups down. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups left of about 8 each, 7, 8 each. So moving on, the next one is going to be Maine and Drexel. Every time I see Drexel, I think Dremel, like a tool. So just, I don't know why. Just random thoughts. I know, crazy. There's nothing in this one, clearly. Like, not good, not good, just garbage. Moving on. George Mason versus Loyola of Maryland. And you can see the number 56 v 210. That is Loyola. And other than that, 29 v 335. And they are about 50-50 split on how they're going to do it. So if George Mason can hit their threes because they're hitting 40%, they should do all right because Loyola gives up 40%. That ain't good. George Mason's 10-1. What's the line in this one? What's the line in this one? I gotta find it. See Mason. Should be that hard to find. Let's go. My blonde. There it is. Mason 24 and a half. Oh hell no. 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 And I'm not taking Loyola. Loyola should do well scoring inside too. Or am I not or am I taking Loyola? George Mason is winning their games by 9. Great. At home by 17. Great. Loyola winning by, they're losing by 14. Great. Last 5, they're winning by 3. So if you go based on recency, they're shooting great versus that. So they have a nice 2-point matchup. This is all day George Mason for 3, but you know the rule about threes, right? You live by the 3, you die by the 3. You can live by layups all day. If you can make your layups and focus on layups, you should be all right. See, they focus a little more. If they focus like 175, yeah, this would be a much easier play. But it is plus 24 and a half in a game where I don't see a crazy advantage at all. I'm taking it. We're going to take Loyola. On the road, plus 24 and a half. They could get their ass beat. It could happen. You know, but that could happen to anybody. So, Loyola MD plus 24 and a half. Mason could come out and win by 50. It could happen. Guess what? This is why we do 1% every play. Every single play gets 1% of the bankroll for this sport. Simple as that. We treat every play equal. That's what we do. There's no special plays. They're all good. So, moving on from this one to SMU, some SMU versus Central Arkansas, the Purple Bears. And both teams cannot hit threes. They cannot stop the twos. So hopefully they focus on twos, right? Kinda. They do, but they don't. They're like more split. So this is going to be SMU all day. The line's going to be expensive. I already know. It's going to be SMU by like 30, isn't it? SMU, just from name, name. Let's see, SMU, 23 and a half. With the fact that they can't stop twos against a team that can make twos, I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't like that. I don't trust them by 23 and a half. Sorry. Notre Dame versus Purdue, Fort Wayne, the Mastodons, another elephant logo. Let's see, bump, bump, bump. Nothing stands out. They both can hit threes. I don't love this. We're gonna leave that. I don't know what the spread is. I don't want to touch it because it doesn't look good. Everything's too close. Oklahoma State versus Fullerton, Cal State Fullerton, the Titans. A lot of Titan logos. It's a lot of orange. They're almost the same orange too. They both can score. They both can't stop it. They're both fast. So we have another like Bama Kennesaw setup. So another potential high scoring, just track meet of a game. So let's go Fullerton. 177.5. They're combining for 176, defensively 158, but it is 177. It's the top end of the range, but we do have a lot of pace in here. If we have a lot of pace, there could be a lot of running. Fast break points are both top green. Yeah, that's they have advantage from twos. If they don't take many damn threes and focus on layups, drives, and free throws, this should hit nicely. I kind of want to take this, and I think I'm going to. I know it's the top end of the range. I know the range is what we live and breathe on, but sometimes you look at it and go, that's a track meet right there. That's going to be extra possessions for both teams because they're both going to go, or should say this. That's how it goes. Over 177.5. Let's go over. I want high scoring game. The spread's 20 and a half, which I don't care. I just want fast. I want fast layups, lots of free throws. That's what I want. So we move on to Radford versus the Virginia Military Institution, who is not that great at sports, anyways, usually. Not basketball, anyways. Number 1 defensive rating is Radford. Because why? Because they're 4th in points. And that's just, yeah, whatever. However they figured out that math, whatever. I just copy it over. So cool. Other than that versus that leans defense, that leans defense, that leans defense, that leans a push. I don't want to do this. This is ugly. This is ugly. Tennessee, you're the only 10 I see, versus Gardner Webb. And it looks like Tennessee versus Timu, Georgia. That's what it looks like. I didn't realize Gardner Webb looks so much like Georgia. hilarious. I mean, there's nothing here to look at. I'm just that's funny. I've never noticed that before. Oh man, Albany. Speaking of dogs, we got some Great Danes versus Cornell Bears. Cornell can score, but they don't play defense. So there's it's kind of think of like the Nuggets in the NBA. Really good offense, really bad defense. So we got 14 all day. They're gonna have an offensive advantage over Albany. Only problem is Albany's also gonna have an advantage because Cornell's defense is that bad. So let's look at the spread. Albany 165 is our total. Can we hit that, guys? Can we go fast? Because you guys are fairly fast. You're not as fast as the other two games, but you're still pretty fast. I think I want to go for the 165. I'm going to go for the over. I'm in a track meet type of mood. Over 165.5. Let's go some overs today. Let's take this. And time for coffee break number 3. Cold brew coursing in the veins. Anyways, that round we pulled 3 more games. That's the third straight time we pulled 3 out. It's hilarious. We have 9 plays now. Beautiful stuff. I love it. A lot of overs today. A lot of track meet games. I love that. Good stuff. So next group, we start with Chattanooga and Alabama A&M. So we're at chill. And let's see. Kind of disgusting. They cancel out. That cancels out. That cancels out. The rest is kind of trash. We move on. So as it is. UAB and UNC Asheville in Birmingham. Both struggle to score. Defense here. That all day is UNC Asheville hitting threes. Other than that, don't love it. Don't love it. Don't care about it. So we move on. UMBC and South Florida, which is right there. And South Florida is struggling to score. Defense, yes. That cancels out. That leans UMBC. I'm not messing with it. I'm good. Let's go with Incarnate Word. IW versus Northern Arizona, the Lumberjacks. They are not playing well in the last 5 games. They're 0-5 on the road, 5-6 last overall. Just not that good. Incarnate Word is lost 3 in a row now, and you can see they are just better at shooting threes, but twos are not so much. To the point I don't want to touch that. Sorry, just not feeling it. Let's go Arizona State versus Oregon State. Okay. Former Pac-12 matchup. A lot of green, not a lot of green. There's no green, actually. There's one green down here. It's a lot of yellow, orange, and red, which stumps I don't care about. So, sorry. Let's see what we got going on. Text. Text me on a Sunday from work. I'm off. It's Sunday. Love distractions like that. Or just ruin my train of thought. We were in Arizona State. Where were we? St. Louis. St. Louis. Bang. New Hampshire. What happened, New Hampshire? You can't make shots? Are you allergic to points, my guys? I think you might be allergic. Shame, because St. Louis is not. They like to score. So St. Louis is great there. They're great there. They're great there. This is St. Louis all day. St. Louis is a 34.5 point favorite. That's a lot of points. Yeah, I can't. That's too much. I can't even. I thought about maybe New Hampshire, but I keep looking at these bright ass red numbers. I'm like, no, nah, fam. I can't do that. We got Clemson. Hey, Clemson versus Cincinnati. Okay, no 3-point shooting allowed in this game. They're going to shut that shit down. Everything else is orange, so no real scoring here. Defensive battle, perhaps. Maybe a slow game, perhaps. Maybe an underplay. Let's look. Let's go Clemson. 141 is already fairly low because this comes out to 147 and this comes out to 134. It's in the range. I lean the under. I don't know who I would take to win the game. I'm going to pass on it. Simple as that. Probably Clemson because they're at home. It was in Greenville. So, that's not where Clemson plays. Clemson plays in Clemson, South Carolina. So this is a neutral site in South Carolina. Interesting, man. What the hell's up? Everybody playing neutral, but like just a little bit away from their home campus. It's like, is it for like a holiday thing or like, I don't know. I just, I don't know. There's like 6 or 7 teams I've seen doing that. It's like, what are you doing? You're just messing with me now. That's what you're doing. You're picking on me because I don't know where you are. So I know Clemson's in Clemson, South Carolina. So anyways, I digress. Let's go to a real game. Let's go to a real team. You know, one of the best teams in the country. How about Michigan? That's right. Look at that. Look at all the block M's just crushing. LaSalle is the next victim in the machine that is Michigan basketball, and I feel sorry for them because they're about to get steamrolled. Let's see. Michigan. 39.5. You know what? I'm kind of considering it. I mean, it's 40 points. I get that. They're winning their games in the last 5 by literally 31. They're playing LaSalle, who's on the lower end of the opponents they played, probably. They can't score 3v84, so they have some good defense, but Michigan's fast too. Huh. I lean Michigan by 40. I just tell you, I lean them by 40. They're losing their last 5 by 5. Michigan, have you beat anybody by 40 this year? If you've beaten 2 teams by 40, I will take this. Simple. Is that a deal? That's a deal? Great. Let's take a look at their schedule this year. Follow me. Here we go. Okay, Oakland by almost 50. Wake Forest by 1. That's concerning. TCU by 4. That's a little concerning. It was at TCU. It might have been a neutral site. Who knows? MTSU by 25. San Diego State, who apparently slowed Arizona down yesterday. Impressive. By 40. Auburn by 30. Gonzaga by 40. Yeah. If you can beat Gonzaga by 40, you can beat LaSalle by 40. Is that fair logic? We'll take a stab at Michigan today. We'll take Michigan minus 39.5. Holy shit, that's hilarious. That's last time we took this was a Houston spread when they were like 39 or 40 it was, and they won by 42 on the last second layup. So maybe it's sweaty. It was a good sweat, good fun times. So Michigan has beaten numerous teams by damn near 40 this year. So let's see, because they played Maryland, Villanova, Rutgers, they won by 41, Gonzaga, Auburn the last 5 games. So these numbers include Auburn, Gonzaga, Villanova, Maryland, Rutgers. That is hilarious. That is hellaciously good. Oh, LaSalle, you were about to get slaughtered. I'm sorry. Moving on. Let's get away. Just close your eyes, walk away. Oh, coffee break. How about that? All right. In that group, all we pulled out was the massacre in Michigan. That's all we're going to take here. So it gives us 10 plays in the day. The rest got skipped. So that leaves us 3 blocks left with a grand total of 21 plays, 21 games. So let's start with the first one, which is going to be Drake. Start from the bottom with old Evansville right there. Evans Essenceville. So, 6v353 is a big damn difference on a team that is average on shooting threes. I mean, taking threes. So that might be Drake all day. Then Evansville shuts you down defensively. It is in Evansville, so clearly it's a home game. I still lean Drake because Evansville cannot score. That's an issue. Drake. 2.5 Drake on the road. I'll take Drake on the road. This feels like a game Drake should win. Minus 2.5. I don't see Evansville pulling the upside here. So, because they can't make shots. If they were like any better at shooting shots lately, maybe, but no. Evansville go away. Then we look at Texas A&M, which is right there, versus East Texas A&M. It's almost like they're playing like their agricultural school down the street. I think that's probably what it is. So let's see. They are not good, and they are not good at scoring. They're good at threes, but this is like it's a 31-point spread. I don't want nothing to do with that. But that's shenanigans happen in games like that. Like that's a part of the school. I think they're still a part of Texas A&M. Maybe. Or maybe they broke off and put the East on there. I don't know. I don't care. So we move on. Oh, we got TCU versus Florida A&M. TCU, you got this? You got this, TCU? You should win by 30. Your 30.5 is your spread. I was guessing. I did not know that's what it was. Yay me. 158, bang, bang, defense. Bump, 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 defense. Bump, 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 off, defense. It's all leading defense. The 30? TCU? Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. You ain't no Michigan. I can't trust you. I trust Michigan in basketball. Hell, after seeing Arizona score last night, give me Michigan number 1. All right, moving away from TCU, we're heading over to Miami. Miami. That's right. Yes. Let's see where they are. Right. I got scroll. That's right. Miami versus North Florida. North Florida is just so bad. They're so bad. Miami is just going to dominate inside. They focus heavily inside. So it's 36.5. That seems like a lot, but we're already taking a 40. This is one of those ones where they should crush via matchup. It's in Coral Gables. I'm going to sprinkle Miami because they have beaten teams like here. Look at their schedule. Look at this. They beat the Bethune, Stetson, North Florida's in this realm right here. This is what we probably should see. Although out a 40-point win, might be a little sweaty on the spread for 36.5, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it anyway. So we got some Miami. We're gonna move on. We're gonna go to New Mexico State versus. Okay, we're going to do DePaul versus UConn first, apparently. This one is weird. I looked at this one already. I already recorded this, so I already know. It is 14.5-point spread for UConn against DePaul in Chicago, and there is no clear advantage for UConn offensively. Weird, right? People are going to see that UConn hammer UConn 14.5. You know they are. Just the casual will see that. We aren't casual around here. We look at things and go, why? That feels low. It is in Chicago. I get that. And there's no clear advantage. So I think I'm going to pass. I know. This I would not be surprised if DePaul beat UConn. Just crazy. At least keep it close. Beat, nah, might be a lot, but hey, who knows? Now we're gonna go back to New Mexico State, right there versus Sam Houston. That versus that, not a chance. I don't want nothing to do with this game. Thank you. Goodbye. We got Illinois State versus Indiana State. It's a little state versus state. Offense both can score, but you're kind of slow. So if you dictate the pace, that over is crushed. So no chance. Everything looks good. Can't really take anything else in that one. Last is going to be Wichita State versus Eastern Kentucky, and you can see both teams are. It's just this is like a crisp ball day too. So nothing there for us. You know what there is for us? And will always be there for us. Coffee. That's right. All right. So first game we got is going to be Milwaukee, our favorite team to joke on because their logo, and Cleveland State. What you can see is just not good. Cleveland State by 3, maybe if you really want to take some threes, but nah. I mean, that's what they focus heavily. You could take that, but I'm not betting against Milwaukee. I joke on them too much, so nah, good. Let's move on. Columbia in California. Let's look at that one. Columbia's got some good offense. They're 9-2. They can ball out. Oops, sorry. That versus Columbia. That versus all day Columbia. Cal's going to struggle to score against Columbia. The spread is only 8.5. So. I can see a lot of people hammering Cal just to hammer it just because it's in California. They're like, Columbia, small school, no problem. Give me Columbia 8.5. Give me Columbia 8.5. Let me go and add that real quick. Let me go and just add that. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to be a good L addition right there. So from California, we're going to Iowa State and God, another one. Oh, God, this is another Michigan or another Miami setup. What do you favor by 35? What is it? It's something crazy out right now. It is Iowa State, right there. 36.5. Question: have you beat anybody by 36.5 points? If you have twice, I will take you. That's what we're doing today. So this is Iowa State. You beat Grambling, because Grambling apparently loses the 40 to everybody. Mississippi State by 16. Stonehill by 41. So Stonehill, Long Beach, and Grambling, I can see all being in the same realm. Long Beach is 3-9. Syracuse by 31. That's hilarious. Purdue by damn near 31. That's like 23. Let's be real, but still impressive. Yeah, I'll roll the dice. Why not? That's gonna be another. I got 3 heavy spreads today. I could go 0-3 on these. Absolutely, it would not surprise me one bit either. So, because I don't like these heavy ass spreads, but guess what? I'm taking it. So that's Iowa State. Let's move on to the game. It's going. It's going. Hold on. Gonzaga and Oregon. That's a lot of green. It's a lot of green going on. That no advantage here. Gonzaga from 3. Slight defense there. Gonzaga by how much? Because Oregon's just not that good. So this game isn't even, it's neutral. It's in Portland. Oh no, it's in Oregon. Oh no. Gonzaga 11.5. I don't know. No, this is even now. I don't know how many basketball fans Oregon has from the university. I know football, yeah, but basketball, Gonzaga's going to travel down from Washington. I know that, but how many are going to show up? So this is so many questions. This one, no thanks. Damn neutral site games in the same area. I hate these. I absolutely despise these. I despise these more than like the big time tournaments that started like a couple weeks ago. Why can't we just play on campus? Why are we doing this? I don't. Kansas City. Kansas City and Austin P. That pisses me off so bad. Oh man. Oh man, what the hell is even this? What is this? You guys need this. You both need to have a joint practice and just figure out how to make layups because good God, you guys suck at basketball. Sorry. I'm just what it is. You can't make layups or stop them. You got more problems now. Just don't do it. Minnesota versus Campbell's Chunky Soup. And you can see, damn, there's not much of a difference in these things. Minnesota's probably like a 13.5 point favorite. Okay, that tells me a lot. That tells me to leave this damn game alone. Minnesota is not into basketball this year. That's cool. Idaho State is, yep, I guessed that. I was right. They're doing well. They're 7-5. UC Davis is not that good. That leans offense. That leans, yep, both of these Idaho State. It's all Idaho State here. Let's see if I can get a good line, please. What's the line? IDST 5.5 at home. Yeah, it's in Pocatello, Idaho. Yes, lovely place. I shall take this. So we're gonna go IDST minus 5.5. Absolutely. Let's move on to. I'm supposed to take a coffee break, but I got 6 games left. So you know what? We're gonna power through. I think I've had a little bit too much coffee. So, is there ever such a thing? I don't think there is. So my God, what the hell's that? Oh, Morgan State. You need to go join. Go join Austin P and KC. Just have a triple team practice and just figure out how to play basketball because, oh my God, Sanford by 30. I kid. Stanford's not going to score by 30. They're going to beat them by like 10, though, probably. What's the line? Can I get a good line, please? 26.5. Okay, maybe you need 30. I ain't touching it. Nah, I'm good. North Dakota State versus UC Irvine. So people from UC Irvine are going to travel. No, they're going to Texas. I thought about to go to North Dakota State. Neutral site? Get that out of here. I don't want it. I just don't want it. No, you can't force me to do it. Pacific versus Nicholls State. Yeah, looking at that, there's nothing there. And then we got Cal Poly versus Idaho in San Luis Obispo, California. So Idaho's got to travel to California, which is, I mean, that leaves Idaho, but they're on the road. They both can hit threes. They're very fast. No, I'm good. Thanks. Nebraska ball versus North Dakota in Lincoln. Okay, we're talking. That's good. That's a push almost. That leans slightly Nebraska. That leans slightly Nebraska. I say like that's 100 spots. That's better slightly. Definitely leans Nebraska. Definitely leans Nebraska. Nebraska's kind of this. They're very slow team overall this year. Interesting. What's the line? 29.5. I don't think North Dakota's that bad to take this. So Nebraska's good, but I don't know about that. Last one's UTEP versus Norfolk. And get the hell off my screen. Get the hell out of my screen. I can't do this. No. Ugh, disgusting. All right, let me go back a challenge question real quick. All right, I made a challenge question. I just look at these things that come with them as I just think of them. And if we go back to the schedule, let me explain it real quick. Challenge, I'm doing giveaways on Fridays, $250 to 5 different people for this week. The next Friday will be $300. It's a grand total of $5,000 I'm giving away for the month of December to give back to you, the viewer, for just being here, helping the channel grow to what it is today. So let me show you the question I have in mind. Now, remember, you have to explain the answer. No explanation, no bonus. Simple as that. If you just put the answer in dip, sorry, you wasted your time. You get the 1 entry for commenting, but if you get it right and you explain, you get 2 bonus entries, which can make a big difference. That's just a probability thing. So let's go back to the schedules. Now, look, we have Florida. Who else we got ranked team-wise? We got Florida playing. We got Vandy playing Wake. We got Bama playing Kennesaw. We got Tennessee playing Gardner-Webb. You got Michigan playing LaSalle. UConn playing DePaul. Technically, road game. It's in Chicago. We know that. We got Iowa State hosting up the 36-point favorite. We got Gonzaga, Oregon. You got some good matches. We have no ranked v ranked, though, in Nebraska. My question, let's just see what happens here. I'm gonna give you a yes or no. It's a yes or no. Does a ranked team lose today? Simple as that. Do we have any ranked teams lose? And you gotta explain why. If you put yes because of so-and-so, put who you think loses and why. If you say no, give me a reason why you say no. It's really yes or no. It's a 50-50 shot. Does a ranked team lose or not? Simple as that. So that's it. Put your answers in the description. Make sure you explain them, and we're done. So we're gonna move over. Tomorrow is Monday. Monday slate looks like this. What the hell? All these fake teams, all these fake ass. I can't even click these teams. That's how fake they are. Like Milligan, I can't click nothing on there. And gets by of Ohio. Straighten that schedule, guys. You got it. Defiance actually has a picture. That's crazy. I still can't click it, but they got a picture. Oh my God, what is this day? We still got, damn, why is there so many games? I know it's Christmas week. Everybody's trying to get the games out of the way because of they don't have any games on Christmas, I don't think. Are there games on Christmas? Yeah, nothing on Christmas Day. How about Christmas Eve? Nothing on Christmas Eve. How about day after? Nothing on the day after. Oh my God. No college basketball for 3 days. How about Tuesday? Okay, we have a small slate Tuesday. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, nothing. Friday, nothing. Massive nothing on Saturday either. Wow. Semi big slate on Sunday. Damn. So it's gonna be a short week for college hoops, huh? How about that? So whatever. We focus on tomorrow. We have a decent slate tomorrow. So I'll be back tomorrow. We'll break these down. I appreciate you being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Check out Better Bay if you want the spreadsheets, you want access to the typed out list of plays we took in the video, or you just want to come join the chat with me and several other people chatting it up. They drop a lot of parlays in there. They do way more than I do when it comes to parlays. So great stuff. Come join us there. So appreciate you being here. There's Better Bay. I will see you tomorrow, Monday, for some more college hoops. Peace.